The story. Now this story. Listen. With lights flashing and sirens screaming, Mr. Police pulls over a car driven by someone he didn't recognize, but suspected the driver shouldn't be driving such a nice car. As he sat in his car, he ran the plate and got a startling reply. The plates were registered to God, thinking it was a mistake, a joke. He ran the plate again, same as before. His screen read, I am Almighty God. Address red everywhere, insurance company red. I am feeling some type of way. The officer gets out of his car and approaches with caution. He stands barely in view and asks for driver's license and insurance. A voice from within the car asks why to pull over. As he handing over the items, the officer answered, you were weaving and crossed the center line. Okay, he said. To the officer's surprise, there was no rebuttal. He asked the driver after seeing his driver's license and insurance read exactly what was on his computer screen. Where are you going and who died and you God? The driver responded, I am. Taking the reply as being smart-mouthed, the officer tells him to step out of the vehicle. And as he was instructed, the door opened and he stepped out. Have you been drinking or using drugs? Inquired the officer. No. Where did you get their phony identifications? He asked. They are not phony. I am the Alpha and the Omega. He replied, don't give me the shit. You black people think you started it all. Now tell me your real name or I will run you in. You while you were in your mother's womb and I knew you before the foundation of the world. He continued, okay, that's it. Hands against the car and spread your legs. He complied and the officer began to search him, but each time he touched him, he saw flashes of his life in fantastic view. He pulled away at the scenes of his birth, childhood, parental abuse, spousal abuse, infidelity, being bullied, female rejection, failures and pains. He went to touch him again and he saw his own death at the hands of the two young men who he didn't arrest for committing armed robbery, but instead arrested the black man who was robbed because he chased after the robbers. The officer fell to the ground on his knees and cried out, my God. And the driver turned to him and said, I am here and I will never leave or forsake you. He cried and begged for forgiveness with his face to the ground. The voice said, go and sin no more. When he lifted his face, the car and the driver was gone. The officer kept saying to himself, God is black, my God is black, he is black. That same night the officer cried at his white feet, begging for forgiveness. He promised to never lay hands on her again and to love her the way she deserved. Blown away by his confession, the wife trembled but hardened her resolve. In her heart of hearts, she didn't believe him. He had done that before, yet he continued to beat her and abuse their love. Noticing her resolve, he pleaded even harder than before amidst the stiffened lips. Then he said the strangest thing, my God is black. God is black, he is really black. Confused. His wife asked, what are you saying? What is wrong with you? Have you lost your mind? But he said, listen to me. And at that point, he recounted the events of the pullover. He told his wife how he saw his own death. Guilt all over his face. He pleaded for her hearing and understand. She said, I have prayed many nights and cried many tears behind your abuse. I even prayed that God would take you so I wouldn't hurt anymore. But my heart changed when I started attending the church where the pastor is black. I don't know if God is black, white or green, but I do know I can't ask forgiveness of God if I don't forgive you. I forgive and only pray you meant every word you said. If God is black, I serve him. If God is not black, I serve him. He replied, God is black. He is black.